Continue.
Yeah, so this caused the Democratic Party to beef up the white supremacy campaign of targeting Black voters. So this was one of the outcomes of the passage of the Civil Rights Bill of 1866. But again, there was a campaign against it, which led to the Jim Crow laws, which I talk about rather in the book. One of the other things too that I think we should be aware of, I stated earlier, is that there are remnants of Jim Crow and slavery, actually, support for slavery in not only the state constitutions, but also at the national U.S. Constitution. And I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. Article 13, the 13th Amendment to the Constitution reads as follows. Well, there's a clause that reads as follows: neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. So what this is simply saying is that if you get sent to prison, then slavery is still legal in prison. Now, there have been efforts to remove this language from the U.S. Constitution, but it's failed. So the Congress in place will not remove it at this point.
Well, the one thing that I do want to mention, and I'll close this segment out, is that we have a candidate he's a candidate for vice president of this administration, Brian Donaldson from Florida, who mentions Jim Crow and discusses it as an understanding. And these are things that you need to know and that you need to be familiar with. And so that you need to find out as much information as you can as we move closer toward our date of a voting date. Okay. We thank you, Lester. Thank you for your understanding. And we want to make sure that the people that are out there listening know this stuff. And we want to thank you so much. Thank you, Lester.
Thank you for your time and the invitation.
Okay, very good. Second. Greetings. This is Elton Brewington with Discover Brightside. And we have the opportunity to talk with Lester Patrick, who grew up under Jim Crow. And so, Lester, we want to ask the question, subject matter. What do you know about Jim Crow?
Right. Well, as I was stating earlier, Jim Crow was a legal system whereby there was legalized segregation at the state and local levels, and it evolved out of the slave laws that became basically the Black codes, and it was local and state responses to the government's efforts to eliminate or give rights to the freed slaves.
Right. And so we're restricted, legal restrictions. And so you need to know these things in the public domain. You need to understand who your representatives are and what their positioning is about Jim Crow. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, Lester.